as you know, sometimes it's hard to move from a large 3-bedroom house into a smaller 2-bedroom apartment. But the most important thing is that they bring with them the things that represent home to them. What did home really feel like? Was it that recliner that they always watched football in? Was it the rocking chair that was an heirloom from their grandma? What are the pictures that go on the walls? What does home feel like? So, in setting up that apartment, you want to try to bring those pieces that mean the most. It's really important to stay in tune with how they're doing, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. What are the things that really delighted them in their life? What was most important to them, and what brought them fulfillment or sense of purpose in their day? And how does that continue to incorporate into the senior living community that they choose? What did they do to feel valued? Perhaps it was working with children, perhaps it was taking care of a home, perhaps it was their work, their volunteerism. Those things have to continue in a senior living community. They have to continue to feel viable and valuable, that they are contributing. It is a big deal to move your mom and dad into a senior living community, and there's a lot that you can do to help them be prepared for that. Having them come into the community prior to the move, eating lunch, coming for dinner, showing up to some of the activities so that they feel a sense of connection to that community is really important prior to their move in. When you do have one of your parents who really does would benefit from being in an assisted living community but doesn't want to go, and the other parent is on board with making that move. A lot of times you can offer to do a trial stay, a temporary, go on vacation and stay in an assisted living community for a couple of weeks as a way to ease that person into the transition. One of the things that can really change a relationship between a couple is when one becomes frail and the other steps into the caregiving role. It changes the dynamic, it changes the relationship of what's always been. And sometimes that can create problems and communication issues between a couple. So when you're going into a senior living community and you turn over that care responsibility to a caregiving team, then you can go back to being spouses again, to spending time together again in ways that are meaningful to you as a couple.